Hello, welcome to the Age of Listening channel. Today we're looking at 6 in tarot numerology, and we see here in these 4 cards that it's reached its peak in elemental experiences so far. So the Fool on the Fool's Journey, we get to 6 in understandings, and we realise that this is the first high point of the Fool's life. That's how you've got to see it. So in here we have joy, harmony, healing and stability, and the odd collected karma from the 5s. But it's the first opportunity that the Fool in his journey has felt a perfection. It's not reached its height yet, but it's its first understanding of what harmony feels like with oneself. The planet is in Venus, and the card allotted to the 5 of the major arcanas, which is a reflection, and it always must reflect back to the major arcana card, is Venus. Oh, Gemini, sorry. Sorry. Planet is Venus, star sign is Gemini, which is the great independent card, I always think. Anyway, so they've come out those turbulent teenage years of 5s with enlightenment and a sense of completeness. And 6 is the mathematical perfect, well, one of the mathematical perfect numbers. I know that 3, 6 and 9 are very important to secret societies, and it's often associated with the stage of taking responsibility of your affairs. So with the 5s, there kind of wasn't any responsibility taken. It was kind of fly by the seats of your emotional pants, really. And in 5, you were just there was just no self-control. But here there is a sense of completeness because that's been learnt. So in all of the 6s, you see this in play. And it's about, 6 is always about family, harmony and the healing number, and it brings fortune and happiness in your life. And we see that in the 5th card for the major arcana, represented here with the Lovers. And I would highly recommend that you go to my playlist, and I think, I can't remember what it's called now, but it could be the major arcanas, and I go through them one by one. Go in the section, and I think there may be an interesting conversation in the comment section that you should take notice of as well, because I really expand there as well. I answer somebody's question. But here is completeness, and don't let the Lover's card fool you. He is looking at her, that's very symbolic, but she is looking up, again, very symbolic. She's got the symbology around her with the snake and the tree, and she's looking up for enlightenment and not just understanding, but she's going straight to source, where he is just kind of looking straight at her nether regions, generally, but he has lots of fire in him. Anyway, so that's a very good read, listen to and read if you go to that playlist. Now, carrying on. So we're nearly at the end now, and we see here that, sorry, I'm going to cough. We see with the 6 of batons or wands, fire, we have a public speaker, a king who comes back from battle. And a lot of people say he's going into battle. No, he's not. He's coming back because he's got the victory wreath around his head, and he's holding the victory wreath there. He's feeling really impassioned, and there's lots of green of earth pentacles here. Even though it's not a pentacle card, but he's very stable and he's very assured in his health balance and everything else. But this card also can talk about the motivational speaker that promotes and gives inspiration to others. So it is the number that has reached its basic but first level of pleasure. Go to an easy one first. Go to this one. This is the second easiest one to remember, and people often get this misunderstood as well if you don't know numerology. So with the cups, here we have a self-respect, not a harsh self-respect, but a loving self-respect. There's a lot of sincerity here, a lot of divine love. It gives with no requirement of return. This is your, I've just fallen in love and the birds are singing and the sky is blue and there's no clouds in the sky, yeah? That's what this is feeling like. So some may call it a bit naive, but I kind of say noble. This is unabashed love, as we did as children. And that's why you've got the children there. So it's not that bitter and twisted love people can succumb to as they get older. So this is the number that's reached its first level of euphoria, of what loving oneself, others and the world. Then we'll move over to here. We've got, again, this is often said, it's the card of going away. And you can, I mean, look, I'm not dogmatic. You can say whatever you want. The cards can say whatever you want, but this is knowledge. I desperately don't want to leave. And it is, I've seen in the tarot community, as the Rider-Waite-Smith has gained more popularity over the Tarot de Marseille, and old knowledge is being forgotten very quickly as this is heralded as the new way to read, rant over. But anyway, so this is the first level reached of intellectuality and of clarity of mind. So the joy of what we have here as individuals is of the joy of what we're thinking and saying, and you can see, you can sort of feel this fool's journey as he gets to this point and he discovers his self, rich dialogue and maturity and uniqueness of himself, and of understanding biblical, not biblical. It's the fanatic that suddenly reads books that just enlighten him, and everything he says is from the book, or the university student that goes to uni and they come back and they're just like full of the books because they're full of the joy of learning, and there's their intellectual level has kind of gone up, well, hopefully, and they've got this clarity of new knowledge. So that's what this card's actually about. But anyway, and we'll expand on this in a second. And then we have the Pentacles. So this card is in love with the world and all its beauty and everything it affords us. The world is at our feet and nothing is out of reach. So you say to yourself, well, hold on, Rachel. What the heck? I mean, none of this looks, apart from probably these two, they don't look. So why have Rider-Waite-Smith promoted that this is what this means? Well, let's get to that then. So we have here a karma card, and as always the cards tend to say this is what will happen if you don't, kind of thing. So we saw in fives that he was learning about you had fours. Was it fours? No, it was fives. They're feeling jolly sorry for themselves. And as they're feeling sorry for themselves, this card next up says, well, only you can get yourself out of it. And if you use the law of abundance and all the, I mean, there's loads of laws in nature, but if you follow these laws, then you will be blessed. You won't. You suck, but you'll be blessed. And so it's kind of coming at it from a, this is what I'm telling you is what it should be, and if you don't do that, then this is what you get. And that's kind of what I've found. So this card is a card of boundaries that have been set. So yes, this is about a level of clarity, and they've got that level of clarity and have decided, I'm going, I'm leaving, I've set my boundary. I'm taking, I'm going forward with my knowledge, and I'm going to actually go even higher. I'm going to not only take with me what I've already got, but I'm actually, because over here we have 4 swords, which is foundations and stability. So they're going towards stability, because with the 2 here, with the 2 on this side, because they are separate, this is how I'm going to keep my balance. So here there should be this great joy of intellect and conversation and balance, and if there isn't, they're going, because that's what they're going to seek, because they should be there, but they're not at the moment, so they're going. Do you get me? So the Rider-Waite-Smith really do play devil's advocate with the terms. So then we go to tomorrow's, and we go over to sevens, which is mastery. Sorry, not mastering. It's more of a reflection. So you had your conflict with the fives. You've now got your harmony with the six, and the sevens is now all about reflection, assessment, decision making, as we've got here with the Chariot card, and a certain level of control. So this person goes not only, it goes from the inspirational, motivational speaker to using it to, in harsher times, let's just say, in using that knowledge to, it's great to benefit when in times of conflict or trouble or whatever. So if use those inspirational gifts to, because he's on the top of the world here, and he's got higher ground, but he's been able to have that sort of go on, try your hardest, because he had the six experience. So you're getting it now. And so with here we have a person who is in joy with the world, and can see that he can have everything he wants. But here's a time for reflection. It's a time to assess. Okay, you know, it's a bit like when you go to university and you hear all this stuff, and then you go away into the real world and you have to, like, actually, you know, live in the real world, and everything you've learnt was great, it was a good foundation, but real life actually is able to teach you a lot more. And that is tomorrow's. That's what that is about. And we can see here, this card gets a bit of a bad rap as well, and we'll talk about that card because it's often sort of the daydream card, but it's about reflection and assessment, and that's okay. So anyway, more about that. I'm on Facebook under Rachel Listening because my Age of Listening Facebook page has shut me out. I got the password wrong loads of times, so it shut me out, so I can't get into it. But I'm on Facebook under Rachel Listening, R-A-C-H-A-E-L. I'm on TikTok, Age of Listening, and I'm on Instagram, Age of Listening, and obviously I've got my website where you can order readings. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow for the sevens. Bye.